All right, today we're diving deep into the animated film Une vie de sirène. It's such a powerful story, and it all kicks off with this one simple but supposedly unbreakable rule.
So let's get right into it. This is the law of the ocean. We're talking about a rule that comes straight from the sea god Poseidon, and it's basically born from fear and prejudice. This isn't just some guideline, It's the absolute foundation of the entire mermaid world. And yeah, it's the very first domino that's about to fall in our story.
So how does it all begin? With a choice. You've got the shipwreck, a young human girl Sophie is thrown into the sea, and what happens? A young mermaid named Annie completely defies that ancient law to save her. Right from the get-go, she breaks the biggest rule.
And that one choice, man, it just perfectly sets up the central conflict of the whole film. On one side, you've got this rigid, fear-based tradition. And on the other, just a single, powerful act of empathy. It's really the system versus the individual spirit, isn't it?
And this line right here, this is Annie's response when an elder mermaid basically tells her, "You're gonna regret messing with fate." It's so powerful. With just these words, she lets us know exactly who she is, someone who's gonna follow her heart, not the rules. And that, right there, is what kicks off her entire journey.
So her mission is clear now. She's got to get this little girl back to her family. And to do that, Annie has to make this incredibly dangerous journey to the human world, a place she's only ever heard scary stories about.
And her first experience on land, it is just this wild mix of amazing and terrifying. One minute, she's discovering pastries and making friends with a little monkey, and literally the next, she's in a frantic chase, protecting her new pals from a couple of bumbling pirates. Yeah, she learns fast that the human world has its own brand of danger.
Okay, so the chase ends, and good news, Annie manages to reunite Sophie with her dad, the captain. The pirates get captured, and right here, the stage is set. We're introduced to all the key players who are going to seriously test Annie's beliefs and blur the lines between what we think of as good and evil. And trust me, this is where it really starts to get good. So the key thing to get here is that everyone starts with a really fixed mindset. You've got Annie, who believes everyone is basically good. You have the pirates, who are just looking out for number one, and then there's the captain. For him, things are just black and white. Good guys and bad guys, no in between.
And then this happens. It's this absolutely incredible moment. The ship gets surrounded by all this sea life, and I think Annie's been taken prisoner. So what does she do? She dives right into the water to calm them all down. And just like that, her secret's out. The whole crew has to face the fact that mermaids, well, they're not just a legend. And this right here, this is the captain telling Annie straight up what he believes. To him, these pirates are just criminals, and there's no way they can ever change. It's a really rigid worldview, and it's one that Annie is about to shatter. Not with an argument, but with what she does next. Okay, so a storm hits, the ship wrecks on this mysterious island, and now everybody is stranded together. In this kind of isolated, high-stakes situation, well, those clear lines between who's a hero and who's a villain, they're about to get very, very blurry. And of course, the pirates do what pirates do. They escape, and their greed totally takes over. They come up with a new plan: capture Annie, and she can lead them to all the sunken treasure they could ever want. It's a huge betrayal, and it sets up the final, ultimate showdown of the story. This is it. This is the moment where the movie's core message just hits you. The pirates mess up, they provoke a giant, and he's got them trapped. They are seconds away from being crushed, and Annie throws herself right in between them and the danger. She saves the exact same guys who just tried to capture her. It just goes to show her compassion isn't conditional. It's for everyone, even her enemies. So that leaves this huge question just hanging in the air. Why? Why would anyone risk their own life to save their enemies? It's a total shock to everyone there, and it really forces all the characters and us watching to completely rethink what we know about good, evil, and what it means to forgive. In that one selfless act, it does more than just save a couple of lives. It completely transforms them. You're about to see the ripple effect from this one moment, and it is going to change absolutely everything. Seeing what she did just shatters the pirates. They're completely broken by it. While Annie is lying there unconscious, they are just flooded with regret. They're thinking about the families they left behind, the shame of their lives, and they make a vow right then and there. If she lives, they're done. They will give up their life of crime for good.
And you can really see just how deep that change goes. This isn't about them just trying to get out of trouble. No, they genuinely want to be better people. They want to swap that life of greed and shame for a life of honor, a life where they can reconnect with the people they love. And this is where we see the captain's big transformation. He sees that the pirates are for real, that their change of heart is genuine, and it makes him let go of that rigid black and white view of the world. He does more than just forgive them. He actually offers them a second chance, a real path to redemption, by inviting them to join his crew. So in the end, every single character has grown. Annie's faith in people, it's proven right. The captain, he learns that people aren't set in stone, they can change. And the pirates learn the most important lesson of all. Redemption is always possible. They all started with these fixed ideas, and they all end up in a place of much greater empathy.
Think about it. This whole story kicked off because Annie broke the law of the ocean, and the ending completely proves that she was right to do it. It leaves us with this really powerful idea. Sometimes being a good person isn't about following the rules you're given. It's about having the wisdom to know when to break them for something more important, like compassion.